I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you an excellent question on polynomial functions. The polynomial 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 4x minus 15 represents the volume of a fish tank in cubic feet. If the depth of the tank is x minus 1 and the length is 13 feet, calculate all dimensions of the tank. So what we are given here is a polynomial function. Let's call it f of x, which is equals to 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 4x minus 15. And we are also given that the depth of the tank is x minus 1. So it could be written as x minus 1 times 13, which is the length, and some other function, let it be g of x. Now we need to find possible dimensions. So we basically need to find length, width and height of this tank. How are you going to do it? Well, one way is, since we know at least one factor, which is x minus 1, we can divide and then factor the rest of the equation. So let's adopt synthetic division. So we have this equation, which is 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 4x minus 15. The coefficients are 2, 9, 4 and minus 15. We need to divide by x minus 1 is the factor, so divide by 1. 1 makes it 0. Bring down 2, multiply by 1, add them, multiply by 1, add them, multiply by 1, add them as expected. You get 0 remainder, right? That means f of x can be written as equal to x minus 1 times 2x squared plus 11x plus 15, right? Since this is cubic, and when you divide cubic by a linear factor, you'll get quadratic, correct? Now, can you factor 2x squared plus 11x plus 15? 2 times 15 is 30, so you're looking for two numbers who could give you 30, right? And when you add, you get 11, right? So 30 and 11. 6 times 5, right? So we can write this as 2x squared plus 6x plus 5x plus 15. And we can further factor it. So let me write this as, so I can take x common, 2x common in this case. We get x plus 3. And here we get 5 common. We get x plus 3. So we can write f of x as equal to x minus 1 times 2x plus 3. X plus 3, we'll take x plus 3 common, and we're left with 2x plus 5. Well, we could have easily factored from here, but I have shown you all the steps which I think help you. So basically, this fish tank can be written as x minus 1 times x plus 3 times 2x plus 5. Now what we are given is that one of these lengths is 13. So there are two possibilities. Either x plus 3 equals to 13 or 2x plus 5 equals to 13. That's the kind of trick. Now if x plus 3 is 13, then x is equals to 13 minus 3, which is 10. If 2x plus 5 is 13, then 2x equals to 13 minus 5, which is 8, and x is equals to 4, right? Now if you know x as 10 or 4, as the case may be, the dimensions should be, so we have x minus 1 will be 9. So x is 10, so we have x minus 1 as equals to 10 minus 1, which is 9. In this case, x minus 1 will be 4 minus 1, right? 4 minus 1, which is going to be 3, right? So, and the other factor, so if I use x plus 3 as 13, then g of x is 2x plus 5. So 2x plus 5 is going to be 10 times 2 is 20, 25. In this case, since 2x plus 5 has been utilized as 13, x plus 3 will be g of x, right? So we have x plus 3, which is g of x, will be equals to x is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, right? So the dimensions which we get are 13 is the length, 9, 25 and 13, right? So we have three dimensions here, which are 13 times 9 times 25, or in feet, or we have 13 times x minus 1 is 3 times 7 in feet, right? So these are possible solutions, right? So there are two different solutions which we can get for this situation, right? Let's have a look at this. So what we are given here is a polynomial which represents volume of a fish tank. Volume is length times width times height. If depth of the tank is x minus 1, right? So let's have a tank here. So the depth is given to us as x minus 1. So let us say this is x minus 1. And the length is 13. So this length is 13. We are saying let this be g of x, the width, right? So this function is equal to 13 times x minus 1 times g of x. If I divide it by x minus 1, we can factor and get the function as x minus 1 times x plus 3 times 2x plus 5. Now we have two conditions. Either 13 could be represented by x plus 3 or 13 could be represented by 2x plus 5. So these are two cases, correct? So we have one case which is, let me say case 1 and then the case 2. Now if I say x plus 3 is 13, then 2x plus 5 is g of x, right? So this is g of x, the width for us, right? When you substitute 13 for x plus 3, you get x as equals to 10, so you can find all the dimensions. If x is 10, x minus 1 is 9, and 2x plus 5 will be 25. So that is one set of dimensions. Now if we assume 2x plus 5 as 13, then x will be 4, and substituting the values, we get 3 and 7 as the other dimensions. All of them are in feet, right? So that is how you're going to solve this question. I hope you understand and appreciate it. I'm Anil Kumar. You can subscribe to my videos and learn a lot about this topic. Thank you and all the best.